Yeah. In your house with O'Con. Hey, O'Con in your house. Hollywood in your house. Hypocrisy's head in the clouds. Curating all kind of loud. Wrestling in front of the crowds. Paragon's holding it down. Anybody can get it. Josh Joseph standing on his decisions. He is the voice. There is no choice. We is them boys in your house making wrestling noise. Moving fast just like cruiserweight action. And your house is the perfect distraction. Pumpers in your ears when you in traction. Get this work with some wrestling action. Smoke. What is up, guys? We are in your house, and you guys already know the vibes. Anytime we slide on through, we're here to give you that work when it comes to this professional wrestling business. And guys, it is Thursday. That is right. And ladies and gentlemen, when it's Thursday, that means
this, my friends, is ECW.
Well, we got to get that vibe going because it's time. Oh, yeah, it's time, ladies and gentlemen. That is right. That's right, you sons of bitches. That's right. It's time for the Ecw Watch Along. ECW 1999 November to Remember Part 2. And guys, this is going to be a great episode because, listen, we have got a guest here. He's been super active in our Discord and been with us for a while. We're going to bring him on in a second. But before I do that, I got to bring on my man. He educates us on all things extreme. But hold on, let me bring it down for a second. Hold on, y'all. We bringing it down because I got to talk about this man real quick. Today is this man, the voice Josh Joseph, birthday, and this man is a pivotal pillar and pivotal part of In Your House, producing many different shows, is always coming with some new fresh ideas, always trying to do whatever he can for the betterment of IYH. He is an amazing part of this team. We're lucky to have him. I'm fortunate to call him not just a friend, but my brother. That is the voice, Josh Joseph. What is up, man?
How goes it, house? How goes it, household? And yes, it's correct. It's my birthday. This is the day I came out of the canal, the birth canal, that is. And here I am. Thank you for the kind words, house. This is IYH. We have our first contest winner joining us for a watch along. This is fun, man. And it all happened on the birthday, the birth of the voice. So, hit up my mom if you guys have any complaints. Go bug her, let her chat, all that stuff.
Oh, man, we're happy to have you, man. And we got a special episode here on your birthday, man, because we're about to watch part 2, the second half of ECW November to Remember 1999. And it was a great first half of the show. I was super excited, but listen, I've done enough talking. I'm going to give it over to my man Voice here because he's the one who orchestrated, put together this contest to bring on one of our great members of the household to come from the Discord and join us for the ECW Watch Along. I've done enough talking. Voice, do what you do every Thursday. Lead the way, bro.
All right, so fans, household, everybody out there, if you're new and you're joining us, thank you. But we have a contest. We have a Discord, to be exact. And that Discord is where you can find all the action of what we're having, what we're about to have, and be the first in line to get the drops on what IYH is doing. Nightwing, a friend from overseas, he is the one who answered the Sabu trivia question of how many barbed wire matches has Sabu had through his entire career. I believe you answered 32, 34-ish, around there. The correct answer is 28 actual matches that are considered barbed wire matches is what Sabu went through in his career. Now, there are a few that could be said they were barbed wire matches, but they weren't officially ones. But Nightwing won. Nightwing came in. Nightwing's getting to join us for the second part of the ECW Watch Along. Nightwing, why don't you give them a quick little pitch about yourself and let them know anything you want to let them know real quick before we get into this.
Yes, sir.
I'm just normal guy from England. Love wrestling. I love ECW. I used to watch ECW when I was a kid. I used to get tapes from the market and watch ECW. That's how I found it, and I was like, "What is this wrestling?" And I was amazed. And
Yeah,
then it's always been there, and it's really I love watching ECW.
I love it. I love it.
I,
Anybody who loves ECW, we love you. It doesn't matter. We just
absolutely.
automatically love you here.
For sure. So Nightwing, like the dynamic here, and I know you've been in the chat watching for a few weeks, which we do appreciate you finding us, especially all the way over there in England. We appreciate you, man. We really do. But like the dynamic of the show is that when I was a kid, I didn't have the ways to get to watching ECW. I always knew it was a super hot brand, but I didn't have the means to watch it or find ways to watch it. But I was always super interested in going back to things. So we took the opportunity, Voice being a huge ECW guy, like probably without a doubt the biggest ECW fan I've met in my life, and that's it's great. I love it because we were able to come together. We were like, hey, we want to do a show. We want to do a show where we maybe get out of the rat race of current day wrestling with the rumor mills and the dirt sheets and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. What can we do to kind of get a different feel? So Voice came up with the idea to do a watch along because he was big on doing watch alongs before we brought him on to IYH. And he's a big ECW guy. So he knew I liked ECW. I know he's a child of ECW. So we came together and thought, what if you showed me some of the things I've never seen and I get to see it for the first time? You get to watch it again and we get an organic response from me. And it's been an absolute hit. And now, Nightwing, you're here, man, and you're about to watch the second half with us, man. I'm real excited to have you on to be able to experience this with us, bro.
Yeah, I can't wait. Really, I only found you guys. What was it, about a month ago, and that was it. Come up on my YouTube feed, and I was like, "Oh, ECW. I'm gonna have to have a look at this." And then I was sat at work, and then I clicked on it, and then ever since that day, I've just been hooked. I've been
Awesome.
trying to get involved in every stream you've done. I've joined your Discord and just been having a laugh, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun time. It's a fun time. And we're so happy you found us. And speaking of friends who have found us, Nick, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you dropping in and watching some ECW with us. Speaking of watching ECW fans, you need to get to your Peacock app and you need to get to our 122.45 and you need to get there quick because that's where we're going to go. You should see Tanaka on the treadmill getting ready for his big fight against the big bad man himself, Mike Awesome.
Yes,
Fucking love
sir.
me some Mike Awesome and Tanaka.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah. They're going to
fresh
kill each
off
other, dude.
of
I love it.
dude, fresh off EO and Rhea. Dude, that to me, that is Mike Awesome and Tanaka of this generation.
I love it. I heard you say that on the Monday night Window Liquors Raw preview review show, and I was like, man, I love that comparison. That was so good.
Yeah, I love it. I want that feud to go for a while. So, fans, we just did a little banter there. And if you didn't know, that was to let you have that time to get to that channel because we are ready to rock and roll. And Nick, I can't wait. Hopefully, that kendo stick comes in soon. I love a good kendo stick. So, fans, I'm going to kick it back over to House and we're going to get it going. House, do what you do every week.
Yes, sir, guys. That's the voice. Josh Joseph leads us in all things ECW, producer of the show. But now it's my turn, and I don't want to go too fast because it's gonna hit you fast, Nightwing. Are you ready, man?
Yes, I'm ready.
My man is ready. All right, let's go. All right. And I hope you guys out there in the household are ready too, because we're about to watch the second half of 1999 ECW November to Remember in 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, yep. I see Tanaki's on the treadmill.
Man, he was such a beast back then, too.
Oh my God.
He
Yeah, he was.
I always liked his minus the scars of all the wars he's been to. He had the average man body. He
Yeah.
wasn't all muscle. He wasn't all that. Now Mike Awesome, on the other hand,
Oh my God.
who Nightwing, who was your favorite out of all the ECW characters, out of any personality that's ever been with them? Who was your favorite?
That's a good question.
My favourite, I really loved the BWO. I love Stevie
Oh,
Richards, and the
oh,
Blue Meanie and Nova. I don't know why it just I like I was just drawn to them, and I liked like Nova with his moves
Yeah,
that he innovated a lot of moves, and I was really impressed when I seen them when they went to WWE for the 2005 One Night Stand. I was like I couldn't believe it was Simon Dean. I was like Simon Dean's Nova, and it blew my mind a bit, like because I wasn't into all the backstage stuff, reading the dirt sheets and that, at that time, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, no way, that can't be the same wrestler.
yeah. Dude, I absolutely love it. And it's really funny too, because Cyrus the Virus is Don Callis.
yeah.
Yeah,
And one of our other creators absolutely hates Don Callis. Like hates this dude with a passion. And one night we were watching this and House looked, he goes, "Wait, that's Don Callis." I was like, "Yeah, that's the virus."
Oh, that's great, man. Yes, I remember that. This is gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be a good event. It's crazy, like to see Don Callis back then and still be like. I know it's an AEW, but he's still like so prominently featured as a manager. You know?
Yeah. And almost like the type of manager he was back in ECW without the whole
Yeah.
virus gimmick and taking over gimmick. But uh, I I think it kind of speaks to the abilities of Don to be able to carry on this long and
Oh
stay
yeah.
relevant.
Oh yeah, and he's evolved. I feel like seeing Cyrus the Virus right now, this very minute, it feels like Don Callis is a much more polished version of Cyrus the Virus. We got our man Daniel Garcia, our brother over in Puerto Rico. He says Cyrus was the evil corporate slime ball. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
100%. 100%. Nightwing, so you said you used to get ECW tapes from the market.
Mhm.
You
yeah.
used to try to find as much as possible. Was there ever really a storyline that hooked you throughout the ECW era?
The Dusty Steve Corino story, Dusty
Oh,
Rhodes, because just before he did that, didn't Steve Corino had that. He went to the Limp Bizkit concert, didn't he? And he went. He was in Fred Durst's face.
yeah,
I remember seeing that, and I used to watch. I watched that feud, and I thought I was like, Dusty Rhodes, who was that? Is that Gold? Like, I knew he was Gold Dust's dad. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And I was like, oh my god, what's he doing here? And then I watched it. It was brilliant.
yeah. Oh, that storyline was fantastic, and the fact that you knew that it started at the Limp Bizkit concert. I know you're a
Yeah.
true fan now. I know you're a true fan because true fans know that and they watch that.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
mine
I'm
would
loving it.
I would say the one that hooked me the most, it was the Raven Sandman, when Raven took Sandman's son and
Yes, the
family.
son.
Dude,
That's a close second for me, Raven Sandman, for brilliant.
man, they did that, so the crucifixion that happened, and then
Yeah.
they were like, "Hey, we might have to shut down." It was so good, so good.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Isn't that what stopped Kurt Angle, from joining ECW?
Yeah, he got very offended with the what they were doing with the crucifixion, and
Oh yeah.
he said something.
Imagine that, though. Having Kurt Angle, they're like, oh, yeah, we've got a good show tonight. You ain't going to believe what's going to happen. And then he's fucking putting like, it's a crucifixion. And you're like,
Damn, lost
The
out
he's
on
guy
mortified. Like,
Kurt
the guy who is the most America, most I love God, and you're crucifying a man. Oh my
Yeah, you
God.
lost that signing.
Yeah. He told Heyman, "You better pay me and pay me now," and he got the hell out of there.
Out of
All the
there,
other guys
man.
were like, "Hey, where'd that one guy go?"
Voice and Nightwing, of course, as well. But man, I'm excited because we were about to watch our first ever match with our man Nightwing.
Mike Awesome. I love Mike Awesome. He's
Oh, me
brilliant.
too. Me too.
I met. Tanaka about it was like a year or two ago
Oh,
in Wolverhampton, where I'm from, and he was at like an indie show, and I remember him slapping my hand, and after the match, and I was like, "Oh, that hurts." Yeah,
that is amazing.
same as Penta was like when I met Penta. He slapped my hand so hard, he stunk for like icy hot for about 3 days. I was like, ah.
That's amazing. I love that story. That's awesome.
I love that. I love that. Oh, oh, you were pulling up Salvador. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. Salvador said when he said, "I know he was Dusty Rhodes' dad," I grabbed my chest. Thanks for joining us, Salvador. We
you,
appreciate you, man.
you
And then we
hooked
got
one
our
of our
man.
fans, Nightwing.
Yeah, you got him, man. That's great stuff. And then we got our man Daniel Garcia from Puerto Rico. He's saying Shane Douglas throwing the NWA title to the floor and introducing the ECW belt.
Yeah, that was a great storyline too. Shane Douglas. Uh, I was so happy. We didn't even get to interview him, but just to speak to him for the little bit we did, I had
Yeah.
a smile on my face that just hit ear to
Bro,
ear.
I remember I promise you, bro, I remember the look on your face like it was yesterday when we interviewed those talents. It was a great day.
Oh man, that was such a fun time.
And I feel like that's truly where the ECW watch along, like we weren't doing the ECW watch along officially, but I feel like that's where the ECW watch along unofficially started.
Oh, most definitely. I would say that too. It was a great time. I
It's
don't know
going to be a great match.
if you've seen that Nightwing, but we had an event we went to and we did an interview with Bill Alfonso, and Sandman
Uh-huh.
actually crashed our
Yeah.
interview, and he gave House's son a nice kendo shot
Yeah, he did.
off screen and stuff. So
He
his son
did.
was like, "Oh, Sandman hit me with the cane."
It's crazy. It's not to interrupt you, voice, but I just to add to what you're saying. Like my anytime my son sees like when we play WWE 2K or something, and he sees Sandman, he's like, "Yeah, that's the guy who hit me with the kendo stick." Like he's got a new appreciation not only for Sandman, but he has a new appreciation for the severity of getting stricken with the kendo stick.
Yes. Even the
I love
lightest
it.
touch, it sounds and does feel a little aggressive.
Kind of like Tanaka, he's pretty aggressive too. This match
Dude.
starts, like you said, this was, if not your rivalry of all time, one of your rivalries of all time. And I love the fact that you compared it to the Ripley Sky rivalry on Monday.
Oh yeah. I mean, honestly, this rivalry it was one of the last heartbeats of ECW.
Yeah,
It was one of those that you could plug and play any house show, any ECW show. If
sure.
this match was on the card, people were jacked. I mean, look at the crowd. They're already on their feet. They're not even touching a seat. And this match is going to go for at least 20-25 minutes. And at the rate that these two massive men just
Hmm.
beat the crap out of each other, I mean, Nightwing, you met Tanaka.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Yeah.
when you spoke to him, like, does it
Um,
seem like he's all there? Like, I mean, because some of these chair shots.
normal person. Like obviously, this was only a couple of years ago. He's older
Mhm.
now,
Yeah.
and he was very polite. And it was only briefly I spoke to him, but it was like because where I was sitting by the ramp, and I was like, "It's best seat. You can always get like slap off the wrestlers and
Yeah.
get yourself like have a bit of banter with them, like yeah." And it's just I put my hand out and he slapped it so hard. I was like, oh. Yeah. But
Those wrestlers be intense, man.
it was good though. It was good. Like he was really nice when I met him, and
That's what's up.
I just couldn't believe he was there. I was like, "Is that Tanaka from ECW?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Whoa!" I got
Hell yeah,
really
dude.
hyped about it.
Oh, I would have
Hell
too.
yeah. So let me ask you this, Nightwing. Well, of course, I know my brother Voice's stance on it, but where do you put Mike Awesome and Tanaka's rivalry as far as all time rivalries from ECW?
It's got to be up there. It's got to be up
Yeah.
there as one of the top. Like, I feel it was short, with obviously with Mike Awesome going to WCW and that.
Oh my
I
God!
think that.
Sorry, I react.
awesome.
You can go ahead, Nightwing. I always
Yeah.
react to the match, man.
Yeah.
I'm watching the match as well. I think they could have done a lot more with it, and it's a shame, really, that I feel there was a lot more to be told. Because weren't they rivals in FMW as well?
Oh
When
yeah.
there was when he was the gladiator, innit?
I believe that's how Mike Awesome got like seen by the American promoters and things like that, was
Yeah.
his work overseas
Mhm.
in Japan, and especially with Tanaka, because they had wars. I mean, Mike Awesome over there, he used to come out when he was going to war with Tanaka, and he would paint his face like
Yeah, I've seen him with his face painted. I've seen
yeah.
some FMW videos.
There's a whole different Mike Awesome that most people don't even know. They just know the
Oh
ECW.
God!
Oh yeah, and these are the
Oh
chair
my
shots I'm talking
God!
about. Look at this. This man he was known as like a concrete human.
And this is the first time we've seen these chair shots when these two have
Oh.
wrestled. Those chair shots were hella stiff. Oh God! Oh, he got him at con. Oh my God! And then the spinning forearm right into the chair. That was insane.
I fucking love Tanaka. He
Tanaka's
is
Oh
so
my god,
good.
so good, and
that's hitting forearm.
yeah, right into the chair, and just for they're so good together in this dance, this ballet that they do.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
Awesome knew to turn that chair after that last
Yeah,
chair shot he gave Tanaka, so it looked fluid, it looked natural. There was no fumbling around. And then this.
Oh,
yeah. He doesn't even put his hand up to protect him. You seen it? Like you see it? Like he doesn't
Yeah,
even put his hand up.
these guys were
imagine.
built different.
Yeah, well, imagine the trust you've built over the
Yeah,
years, all over the
Yep.
battles with these two. I mean, we just seen Awesome launch himself into the crowd to take
Yep.
out Tanaka. Tanaka's not the biggest guy. I wouldn't trust him catching me. Oh,
And boys, I like what you said about like the trust part. Oh, kick out at two, the trust part, because when you've wrestled somebody so many times and you have that trust, that just to me that just makes the match so much better because you don't hear them hear them audibly calling spots as much. You don't see them putting hands up or anything like that. They trust them to take care of them.
exactly.
they,
Oh my
they,
God!
Right in.
they just seem to know what they're doing together, don't they? It's like
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
it's just
And,
so fluent.
and
They're
to
so
put that
familiar
into,
with each other.
yeah. And for a sit down Awesome bomb, come on.
Just disgusting. Just
It's
disgusting.
and this is why I really
Ooh, oh
call
my God.
turned him
What a
inside out.
sell. I'm sorry. Did you see that
No, you're
sell?
good. Yeah, oh yeah, exactly.
Oh, oh.
Huh.
Alabama slammer.
These guys are killing each other.
But this is
I,
why I
I
was
love it
saying,
as well. That you got Judge Jeff Jones on the outside. He don't
Yeah.
interfere that much, does he? And it's not about him. It's about these two just kicking the shit out of each other.
yeah,
As a pro wrestling manager, that is so important. It's not about you. It's about getting over the talent.
Yeah.
did did Mike Awesome just pick something up off the ground and put it in his mouth? Before
Oh
he got
man.
into the ring, I think he picked something up.
Probably his
It might
gum.
have been his gum.
Oh God. Oh my. Nope. 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 Not
Oh,
yet. Not yet.
Oh no,
Miss
it's too
clothesline.
early for that.
Oh.
It's too early for that big table
Oh
smash.
yeah. But when it happens, oh my God.
Oh yeah. When
Oh, what's Tanaka got planned? Because they're both on the apron right now. Uh
oh, here we
oh.
go. Oh no.
oh
Oh God. Here we go, Nightwing. Ah!
sit down Awesome
Oh,
through a table to the outside, courtesy of Mike Awesome.
That was amazing.
So good.
Crowd is going
So
nuts.
good.
Look at the
Man,
crowd. You won't get a crowd like that anywhere
no,
now these
No,
days.
not these
no.
days, man.
I mean,
Not like this.
there is not a single soul sitting in that
Thank
arena.
you. I was literally about to say, voice. It's like you said earlier. If you look in that crowd, and you know me, I've said it for months now since we've been watching ECW. One of the first things I do when I watch one of these ECW crowds is or one of these ECW shows is I look at the crowd. And looking at this crowd, I don't see anybody sitting down.
And
Yeah,
you know what really,
Oh,
really strikes me with AEW is they can't go back and look at this. This is, if you go back in time, this is when all three companies are just going and giving fans every bit of wrestling. There's wrestling around every corner at this
yeah.
era. And they were, ECW was able to not only have their cult following, but they gained so many fans, even with the invasion and all of that. But
yeah,
AEW, like, take pages out of these books. Look at this storytelling. You need fans like this. If you're going to compete with WWE on a weekly basis,
Hmm.
fans cannot touch their seats.
Yeah, and if I don't want to make this a whole AEW thing, but I will say this: if I'm because I've read reports that Tony Khan has started to shut other people out, and now he's starting to kind of do things himself instead of taking advice from everybody. If
Good.
I'm Tony Khan, I'm I'm joining the ECW Watch Along because that's a good opportunity to watch these shows and figure out what works, what doesn't work, how do you keep people out of their seats. I think Tony Khan truly could benefit from watching ECW old ECW episodes. Hey Tony, we'll host you here on the ECW Watch Along,
Oh,
man.
yeah. We won't even
but
give you
like
any grief.
the thing is, he could tell you if he was at these shows because he used
Oh,
to go.
I'm sorry, Nightwing. I'm sorry, man.
He used to go to the ECW shows, didn't he? With his dad. Imagine that little young Tony rocking up with his dad, who's multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
If Paul Heyman knew he was in that audience, he would have had a lot more money. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh God, yeah, dude. 100%. 100%.
Oh, yeah. Dude, Paul Heyman
That
could
was the
talk.
thing.
He could talk the
That
fur
was,
off of a bear for his
yeah.
new drug. I mean, that
Fact.
dude, he knows how to get you. And
You
Mike
seen that
Awesome,
gash on the back of his leg?
that's what I was
The
just gonna
cut.
say.
Yeah.
Mike Awesome looks like his butt cheek busted out.
Man, for real.
That must have been that table when he that other one that he
The
took.
first one.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Yeah.
that
I
was
like
an
that little nice flipping
innovative.
stunner.
Yeah, that was a nice innovative stunner.
Look at these
Okay,
two
House.
battle tested men. It's crazy.
We talked on Sunday's show about Stone Cold Steve Austin. Oh,
Oh my God.
Oh,
no
it's
sell,
just
no
look at him.
sell.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, we talked about Stone Cold needing two finishers, maybe a Stone Cold stunner that in a hardcore match where he does something. Imagine him doing a flipping one over a chair and stunning someone like.
Ooh. That would be nasty.
Oh,
How did a man of that size just jump across the ring like that? Mike
because
also makes absolutely zero sense to me, like physics wise.
he makes zero sense to anybody. Why the mullet? Why the
Why?
long
Why?
work? I mean, at this time, people were so hyped on Mike Awesome.
Okay,
I
let me ask you guys
I
a
love
question. I want to ask you guys a serious question because it just came to me. I'm gonna let our guest answer it first, and then voice you answer it. Looks like another big move is about to happen, but I'm gonna get out there real quick. If Mike Awesome actually, hold on, what's he about to do? Oh, hold on, this might be the end of the match. I'll ask it in a second.
Yeah.
this ain't the end.
One, that's
Oh,
There
it.
we go. Good match.
Wow,
Great match.
that was an amazing match.
Great match.
wow.
Oh, that was so good. Okay, all right. If Mike Awesome signed with WCW and got the push that Goldberg got, do you think Mike Awesome would be considered one of the greatest of all time right now?
Yes, but I
If
don't
he
think
would have stuck with it and kept going.
I don't think he needed that Goldberg push, though, if they had him go undefeated. You don't need that. He could just show, matches like this, he's just
Yeah,
done.
I
Where
agree.
if they find someone that matches, like maybe the same height as a Tanaka, but not quite Tanaka. You could have had someone else, and he could have had really good matches in WCW. They just didn't know how to book him. They book
Yeah,
giants the same way. Every company does it. They book giants the same way, and it's a shame, really, because he deserved better than that. We know why he went to WCW. It was for the money,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
and you don't blame him. Like,
No,
I thought it was hopeful when he come and attacked Kevin Nash. You know what I mean? Start off big, but
yeah,
Giant versus Giant, you know that match will always be clunky and it won't be as good, will it? You know, but
yep.
you needed him against the cruiserweights. He could have had some great matches.
Oh, dude,
Like,
yes.
Him and Jericho would have went. They
Oh,
would have
yeah,
went
shut your
yeah, yeah.
mouth.
so good.
Shut your mouth. That would have been
Dean
so good.
Malenko, him and Dean Malenko.
Oh
Oh,
my god. Oh god. Put him in there with one of those cruiserweights, maybe
Yeah,
Juventud Guerrero.
Hooven too. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
he,
that
such
he,
a
he
great
would
idea.
have been brilliant.
I
I
like
just
He was
that.
just booked wrong, and I
yeah.
felt
Yeah,
bad for him for it.
yeah, for
Such a
sure.
wasted talent he was.
Voice, where are you at, man? I want to ask you because like I'm not when I say like get that Goldberg push, maybe not in the same like exact way, but maybe like to where his trajectory was more trending north. And like you said, he has this like I'm at a commercial right now, just so you know. He had
Yes,
that
that is me.
he had that like you said, the mullet, why, the size, the move set, the intensity when he did talk, but he didn't have to talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like where would you be at if he was able to be booked in a proper way, maybe have that same lightning in a bottle type of vibe that Goldberg had in 97? Where do you think Mike Awesome would be at like right now?
Well, I think he would be, talked about at least. He would be in the Hall of Fame, or at least the talks of going into it. Because
Yeah,
here's my thing:
sure.
the did I think it was amazing like you did, Nightwing, when I seen the interaction between him and Kevin Nash? I thought it was going to be epic. I thought they were going to go really good with that. But then again, you have to think Kevin Nash does not like anybody stepping in front of his spotlight.
Kevin Nash was a
And
dick. Let's be
yeah,
honest.
and to kill off Mike Awesome that early in his career, because WCW just buried him as soon as they got him.
Yeah.
They turned him into the chick magnet, the fat chick thing. Like they did them no anything for Mike Awesome. They did
No
Yeah.
nothing.
favors. Yeah.
No favors, no nothing. They To me, if I was back then, I would have if I was Vince, I would have picked him up, and
Yeah.
my first interaction with him would have been him and Kane. I think Mike
Ooh.
Awesome versus Kane right out the gate
Yeah, that's a
would
big
have.
one.
Hold on. Let voice cook. Let voice
and
cook. All
and
right.
plus Kane at that time knew how to work, because he's under Taker for so
Yeah.
long at that point.
Yeah.
So he knew how to work, especially with a big guy. He would have been able to modify Mike Awesome in a way that he would have been more digestible for the other fans that weren't
Yeah.
so
And
in on Awesome.
and can I add that while the idea of Mike Awesome and Kevin Nash, especially back then, is a great idea, let's
Oh
face it. I mean, and this ain't the Kevin Nash hate train for me. I'm just being honest. Kevin Nash was not that great of a wrestler. He can't move. You know what I'm saying? His quads made of glass and whatnot. Like, and it sucks, man, because I was one of those guys that thought Kevin Nash was so cool, big, big, sexy, yada yada yada. And it was really disappointing years later to find out how him and his buddies held down talent and were just kind of generally dicks. You know what I'm saying?
Score the clip.
I met Kevin Nash a couple of years ago, and he was one of my all-time favorite wrestlers.
Mine too,
Not
bro.
gonna
I
not gonna lie.
promise.
When I met him, I got an NWO tattoo done, and I said to him, "How should I have it? Black or white, or red and black?" And he's like, "Half and half." So I'd done
Ooh.
it. About a couple hours later, I went and seen him again, and he couldn't believe I had it done. I'll show you my tattoo.
Oh, let me
But
see it.
he he was nice to me.
Oh,
It's only a small one.
Okay. Okay, that's actually sick.
I like that. Yeah, that
That
was
is
some good
sick.
advice. That was some good
Yeah.
advice.
Yeah, and he
Half
was
and
like,
half
"Have it half and
was
half."
great advice.
And when I showed him, and he couldn't believe I had it done, he's like, "You're crazy." But he was really nice to me. You know what I mean? I don't like his how he's held talent down. But when I met him, he was a really nice guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sure. No, I totally get it. There's definitely, and like there's talents that I know personally that like are nice to me, but like other people have had
Yeah,
interactions with them and like, yeah, that guy's a dick. So I just kind of I think it kind of depends on the situation. And like
yeah,
I get you're trying to protect your money, you're trying to protect your spot. But like in
100%. Yeah,
WCW, it was overkill, dude. It was really bad.
yeah.
There was not any willingness to want to give anybody else an opportunity to shine.
Well, why book yourself to beat Goldberg's streak? That, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He booked himself to do that, and that's just ego, pure ego. That is, and that wasn't best for business. You know what I mean?
Ego.
Goldberg,
I feel like ego was a huge thing that helped kill ECW or not ECW. I'm sorry, WCW. It
yeah,
helped kill because there was so many Hogan, Nash, Goldberg. You know, guys that are just their ego was just way out of control. They had creative control and like it sucks because when WCW was rocking, it was
yeah,
great television.
I loved WCW. I will in the Click's defense and all the guys of that era, I will say this. They were the bridge to the new era, and
Hmm.
they weren't understanding because they seen their past heroes, the past people who taught them, they seen it slip through their fingers like that. Sabu famously talked about his uncle being
Yeah,
a millionaire and how
yeah,
millions have just went through his uncle's fingers because of the way that they had to kayfabe, the way that they had to do all these things and keep up appearances. I, I am no apologist for the Click or
yeah,
wrestlers of that era, but I do recognize that maybe the fact that they didn't have the teachers to teach them how to handle that kind of went into what they were doing. I mean, Bischoff was around the business enough that he should have pulled all of them aside and said, "We can make more if we take less at
yeah,
this time."
yep,
But
yeah.
again, at that time in that era, it was that whole different change because guys are starting to get multi-million-dollar contracts as opposed to $1,200 for a night or
yeah.
3,200, whatever it may be. You know what I
People were
mean?
just going there and just making stupid boatloads of money with no direction or anything. We're talking about a promotion that if it was ran right, you had just brought in somebody like the likes of Bret Hart. You know what I'm saying? You had Sting, you had DDP. If it, let's say Goldberg became competent and was able to capitalize on his 1997 huge year that he had, and then you still had guys in the wins like Rey Mysterio, like Chris
Oh,
Jericho, like
Yeah.
Eddie Guerrero, like Dean Malenko. Like you had a very very strong roster, and it just sucks that like everybody could have been making so much more money if you would have been like, hey, let me defer to you. Like, could you imagine if Eddie Guerrero would have beat Hulk Hogan for the
Oh
WCW
my
World Heavyweight
God.
Championship?
oh,
Come
that'd have been
on,
amazing.
come on,
Yeah,
right? Right?
That would have been epic. That would have been
Screw
well,
themselves out of so much money.
and another WWE failed with a guy that we're seeing in the ring right now who's about to go up against RVD, which I
Yes,
believe
yes,
oh, yeah,
WWE failed RVD too. You take the title away from
yeah,
him just because he got popped for some weed? Come on.
yeah. Yeah.
Come
It,
on.
yeah,
it,
man.
it's like they didn't want him to have the title in the first place, isn't it?
Yeah.
And they were looking for an excuse to get it off him.
And Sabu said that a couple times on his show that he had.
Yeah,
Uh, it just seemed like that because we asked him one night. We're like, so how did that all like transpire? And
yeah.
he got basically a slap on the wrist, and he was like, "It was mine. It wasn't my
He took
stuff."
the blame for him, didn't he? Did he take the
Yeah,
blame for him? But really, like,
yeah,
yeah, that's a good friend, though. That's a true friend.
yeah. And he even tried to talk the cop into letting him go. He was like, "Come on, man, that's the world champion right there. That's RVD." But they took pictures with him and everything, and then arrested him. Like that's a dick.
Oh,
That's a
that
dick.
is a
Oh,
dick move. That
that
is a
come
dick move.
on, dude. Come on, dude. Let that
I'm
man go.
distracted by Taz's singlet. It's like he's got camel toe riding, and he's got tan line, and he's like, I can't unsee it. I'm like, Taz, sort yourself out, mate. You know?
That's why
Oh,
WWE gave him sweatpants and a shirt.
yeah.
They're like, we don't need to see that on TV, man.
We don't need to see that. Oh, that's good stuff. Oh, these two
That's why
for
they
you
put it
fans
behind the
out
desk
there.
so they couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hey, for you fans out there that are listening and not watching with us, maybe on the podcast version, Apple Podcasts or Spotify, where it'll be available here after this is done. We're about to watch RVD and Taz go at it, and this is for the ECW World Television Championship, I believe it is.
Yes, the TV title is on the line. RVD is the champion. Taz is the challenger, and this one's been brooding for a few weeks, going
Yeah.
back in the storyline. Not only the years that they've been battling each other, but they really amped this one up. And it was mostly RVD. This is his era of he is very on himself and could care less about anybody else.
Yeah.
But this is peak RVD for me. Like this is where he shines when he is arrogant, when he knows that he's just got the crowd in the palm of his hands.
When he's the absolute man, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
100%. He was the man. He, like, Mr. Monday Night.
Ooh.
He was
Yes,
everything.
sir.
He
Oh,
It's all justified as well. What he does in the ring with his charisma and how he does his moves. He makes it look so easy, doesn't he?
Yeah.
yes, he does. Yes,
And
he does, Nightwing.
he is very mind blowing, especially back then when I was a kid watching this dude. Like I famously have said, ECW, seeing Sabu wrestle for the first time took me out of my eat my vitamins, say my prayers, worship Hogan era. And it showed me that there's a whole different world of wrestling, and it can be so violent, but beautifully done. Like the
Yeah,
stories these guys tell through the beatings they take with each other is just so. I miss ECW. I miss it so much.
I do as well. I,
Man.
they had magic with ECW. I've just got it. They never was able to get onto another network, and they got done dirty by TNN, didn't they? They
Yeah.
got like shafted big time.
Never promoted them, and when they did,
No,
it was like at 3 a.m. They it was just horrible, and then they were changing their times. Like I remember getting as a teenager, I was 17 at the time, but I got extremely irritated to where I was like cussing up a storm because they kept changing the time, and I kept trying to
yeah,
catch it Fridays before anybody got home so I could watch ECW by myself. And
yeah.
man, I just remember I kicked my door. I was so pissed that night.
See, I remember when I was a kid. Um, I was living in Ireland when I was a kid, and we come over back to England for Halloween, and we stayed at my auntie's house. And I remember on a Friday, used to show Monday Night Raw and Nitro on a Friday in the UK. And
Okay.
I remember before Nitro and Raw was ECW,
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
they had it on. I remember watching it. I can't remember what channel it was. I was 9, like I was about 9. But I remember watching ECW, then watching WCW, and flicking between the channels of WCW for WCW and Raw, and it was brilliant.
Man, that would be a dream. I wish all of them were on one night too, so I could just do the
Oh
flipping.
man.
Yeah,
That's what I miss about the Monday Night Wars, flipping back and forth, seeing who's doing what.
I want to. I'll say this. I and you know where I'm at. I'm kind of on the fence as far as like AEW right now. But in the beginning, when AEW had started out and they were going up against NXT, and I was a big NXT watcher, it was very nostalgic to be able to flip between NXT and AEW. I enjoyed
I
doing
bet.
that for the little bit of time that I did
yeah.
it.
I bet that would have been fun.
I feel with AEW, it goes in roundabouts where one week it'll be really, really good.
Yeah.
Like at the moment, they're building to Edge and Christian reuniting, aren't they? And
Yes.
I
Yeah.
think that will be really good if done right. But knowing AEW, they might just throw it down the toilet and make everyone look silly.
I hope
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
doesn't happen. But you're right. But you're right though.
yeah. I'm not criticising it. I do. Like, I watch it. I watch AEW. I nearly went to All In the first one. We
Oh,
regret not going, but it was just, it would have been a long day for me,
Oh
you
no,
know,
I understand. I
because I live
understand.
on the other side of England, and London ain't that easy to get to, and driving in London is terrible with all the charges that they have to drive into
Yeah.
London. It's parking,
Oh, I'm
but
sure.
I do regret it, but I've seen so many good wrestling companies in London. Like I watched Pro Wrestling Noah in London, and that
Ooh,
was an
okay.
amazing show.
That's hey Noah. That's great. That's awesome. That's a good one to go to.
Yeah, Pro Wrestling Noah was amazing. If they ever come around by you, like, go to it. It's such a great show.
The closest thing that I've been to, it's not Noah, but I went to, it's here in the States, Columbus, Ohio. I went to a Ring of Honor New Japan Pro Wrestling Global Wars
Oh,
collaborative event. It was fire.
oh, I used to love old Ring of Honor. That
Oh, me
we
too,
used to have
bro.
the We used to have the wrestling channel on Sky over here years
Yeah.
ago, and I used to show Ring of Honor, CCW, all Japan death matches from Japan. It was amazing.
Oh man, it's wild. Like I was never a huge like deathmatch guy, but like I've kind of opened myself up more to watching more deathmatch stuff. To be honest, I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the ECW watch long, but I've definitely become more drawn to that style now.
What's your opinions of GCW?
What's that?
What's your opinions of GCW? Game Changer
GCW
Wrestling.
Game Changer Wrestling. So I've worked one of their shows before. Actually, it was
Yeah,
during Royal Rumble. It was during Royal Rumble weekend. I I I like GCW because I think they do borrow heavily from ECW.
yeah,
Some of their it's an indie show, so some of their practices are kind of it does have like some shindy vibes sometimes, but for the most part, especially during those big shows where they bring a lot of the talent in,
yeah,
GCW is one of the best top rated indies I think in the nation.
yeah.
I
I'd
would.
love to see them live. I missed
Oh,
it last time I was in England, but I am going to see Bloodsport in London in September.
Ooh,
Hopefully,
okay. That'll
that'll
be
be
yeah,
dope.
fun.
That'll
yeah.
be dope. Yeah, I attended and got to work a GCW show. Got a chance to do like some backstage stuff. It was really
Oh
great.
no,
And yeah, that was during Royal Rumble weekend. I had full access to backstage, all the talent. It was such a great event.
that sounds really good.
Nightwing, if one of our favorites here at IYH, Eric Dillinger, goes over to Europe again and does a tour, if he comes to your neck of the woods, I would go and see this man.
Oh my
He
god, yes.
he is amazing, and he is the
Yeah.
closest thing I have to ECW here to go and watch
Oh
him. Yeah,
Look
he's
up
so good.
Look up Public Enemy Eric Dillinger. He's a very, very close friend of the show. I've worked with him for many years at shows and finally got a chance to interview him last year with my guy Voice here. He is, without a doubt, one of the greatest up and coming talents, in my personal opinion, unsigned talents, because not only does he have a great character, but he can wrestle and do all the stuff technically between the bell. But this guy really delivers in death matches. He'll do the high spots. He doesn't care. Like he
yeah,
really truly is. And then we're not just saying that because he's a friend of the show and a friend of ours. This guy is really somebody you need to watch out for, because the fact that he's not signed right now to at least like their Ring of Honor thing over in AEW, because I honestly think he'd fit better. I would love to see him in WWE, but I think his style would fit better in an AEW because he could do more stuff. But man, if he did go to WWE, that'd be great. But he's somebody you definitely need to check out. He's an amazing
I'll have a
talent.
look. I will have a look.
Actually, I think he has wrestled for a Ring of Honor before. I remember. I remember now. Yeah, he posted it a few months ago. He did like a tag team match on at Ring of Honor, and I think he's worked security for AEW.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
So he's in the circles. He's in the conversations.
That's good.
It's
Ooh,
it's
spinning
so
drop.
crazy to see RVD still going because earlier in this match, he was getting ready to do the drop kick to the chair into Taz's face, but was going to do it across the entrance. And Taz got off the guardrail, and then RVD still jumped, and his like ankles clipped the top of the metal guardrail,
Ooh,
and
Is that how he broke his foot? Is it from, because obviously he broke his foot not long after this, didn't he?
see
When he was,
that's what I was trying to remember. Was it before this? Because this is 99, so he's got
yeah,
2 years before he goes officially over to WWE from here.
mm.
yeah.
So this might be the one where he breaks his foot and he finished the match. This this is
Oh
so
my
crazy
gosh.
that they're still going like this.
And remember, guys, you guys out there in the household, we're having a great conversation here, watching some ECW. But I've got it back to where you guys can hear it on the podcast version. That's always been a key thing for the podcast. If you listen to us on the podcast, you can also hear the sound from the event that we are watching, so you can hear us and that, and it's like you guys are right there with us on the podcast version. So yeah, check us out. Myself, Voice, Nightwing. That'll be available on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Also, give us a follow here on
Ooh.
YouTube and join our Discord as well.
Yes, join the Discord. You'll have a great time in there.
Oh, Discord's brilliant.
I enjoy it
Yeah,
too.
it's become really fun. It's a regular part of my day now.
Oh
I
shit.
love when the pay per views are on. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, you got the chair. Oh no,
Dude,
missed it. Uh-oh. He's got him. Oh, Tazplex.
beautiful. Beautiful Tazplex. Right through a table. RVD is just laying there wondering, what have I done with my life? Taz, I wish WWE would have done more with him in ring.
Seriously.
I do as well.
Quick
They
story,
booked him
Nightwing.
to be such a monster.
I know Voice knows the story, but you don't, Nightwing, unless you've heard it on the podcast before. Taz is actually the real reason that I've started podcasting.
Yeah.
It's seriously, yeah. I listen to his podcast all the time, the Taz Show, and it was so good. I listened to it every single episode, and I just thought to myself, man, if he can do this, I can do this. So he inspired me to start a podcast just because of his podcast and how good it was.
The
That's
fucking
brilliant.
Van Daminator.
Yes, that Van Daminator. Holy hell!
Jeez.
move that chair out of the way. Oh, still kicked out.
Such a lethal move, that Van Damme now.
Oh yeah.
I remember what did I watch years ago? I'm sure it was the Hulk Hogan's Celebrity Wrestling. I watched that, and I'm sure he had RVD on, and he was going through the movements of selling, doing the 5-star frog splash and that. And he's like, oh, pretending to be hurt, but he was still trying to keep it, show it out fake, for the cameras. And I just thought, you're class, you are.
Man.
Oh,
Yeah, a little stumble there.
Oh,
That era that had RVD, to me, I wish we could have take him out of that era and put him in this era, because I
oh
think
my
he would
God.
shine. Imagine RVD and Trick Williams.
Oh, stop, man, because that'd be amazing. That'd be so good, bro. I would actually pop over in their prime, uh, AJ Styles and RVD.
Ooh, this is interesting in the chat. Our buddy
Ooh,
Daniel Garcia, I am surprised the Pitbulls never had a good run in WCW or WWE. Uh,
oh, we
it
have a
is
winner.
it is surprising because at that time the Pitbulls were, I mean, at least with ECW, they were huge. They were one of the top tag teams in ECW, but from stories I've heard with them, they were not the best two to even try to work with. They were very
Hmm.
stiff. They were very no
Maybe
cells.
not super safe. Maybe.
Yeah, not the best to be in the ring with. But some said the Dudleys in the early stages they weren't that safe. Bubba would disagree highly, and I think I would too because the Dudleys was an interesting tag team build through ECW lore. And the fact that they started out as enemies when they brought in Devon,
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, it got kind of interesting because then they had to figure out how do we weave it to where they're actually going to unite for the Dudleys, not just
Yeah.
ECW, but the Dudleys. And then from where they went, I mean, they're one of the most decorated tag teams to ever do it.
Yeah.
I,
Yeah. No
I,
doubt.
I would have liked to see the Pitbulls versus the Steiners.
Ooh.
That could have been interesting.
You know, like peak, Scott Steiner where he had his long hair, not Papa Pump.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
the neon and
I
all
think,
that.
yeah,
Yeah. Maybe like the
yeah,
Letterman jacket, like when he wore the Letterman
yeah.
jackets out.
I think that would have been a good match.
Oh, that would have
Oh
been
yeah.
an excellent match. Excellent
Could
match.
have done could have done a series with that. You wouldn't even need the titles. It could have just been a blood feud where they just kick the crap out of each other. They're both like working stiff.
Oh, I would have loved that. Yeah. And the Steiners are notorious for going over to Japan and just wrecking house with people. And the fans loving it because
Yeah.
it's the Steiners. They're never going to see them again unless they do another tour. And they're just taking these little Japanese wrestlers and beating them, like putting them up. What was their one move that they did? The electric chair drop, but they called it something
Yeah.
else.
Oh,
Something Steiner. They called it Steiner something.
Everything was Steiner. It was the Steiner
Yeah,
recliner,
everything
the
was Steiner.
Frankensteiner. Everything was Steiner.
yeah.
But they hit that thing on two guys stacked up on his shoulders, not just one, but two. And those little guys just, I could have swore they were going to go through that mat.
I was on a commercial. It's starting to come to an end now. It is at an end, and now I got Rhino coming out.
Yeah, Rhino. I got Rhino as well.
Sweet.
Rhino was,
Big.
man, so
If he
young.
was a few inches bigger, taller, he would have been. He'd have been the perfect Vince guy, wouldn't he?
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
Oh, for sure. And the guy works so good. I got a chance to work a show with him here in Indianapolis, and like even now, he still works so clean and with such intensity, even at his age. And to see him right now, what we're watching right now, as far as 1999, like yeah, man, this is definitely a guy that you could have seen. Like you said, if he was a little bit taller and whatnot, he could easily a main eventer in the eyes of Vince.
yeah. Like other than that, he's brilliant. I'm not knocking him because of his size. I'm not.
No.
I think Rhino is great. He's a beast. He was booked perfect in ECW. I would have loved to have seen where it was going to go with him. You know, obviously it ended fast, but I would have loved to have seen where the story would have went. Who would have beat him?
I would have loved that too. This is an interesting thing. So let's do this. Nick in our chat is chiming in saying Rey Mysterio still has the best Frankensteiner of all time. Do we agree? Who's on your Frankensteiner list, guys?
Hmm. So I will say that Rey Mysterio has a super impressive Frankensteiner because if you remember, he would always come and he would sit on your shoulders frontwards on the top rope, and then he would spin around and
Yeah.
then do the Frank, and that was super impressive. I gotta say, Braun Breaker, the way he ascends the ropes as he's about to do it, and does the whole thing, like he makes it look so effortless for sure. There's just so many, but I, man, Rey Mysterio's was so smooth the way he did it. If you remember the way he did it in WCW, the spin around was so, man. It's hard to argue. It's hard to argue against Rey Mysterio. What are some that you guys got?
I would argue that Rey Mysterio is up there. He's definitely got the most unique one, and
Yeah,
in that world, uniqueness does get you the most points. Uh I loved Hoovy's. Hoovy's had a good one too. His
yeah.
was quick and it popped, and he usually went into a pin right after it. Um, so you know what? I'm gonna give it to Nick. I'm gonna say Ray. Ray
Okay,
Mysterio has the best one.
okay.
I I can agree with him on that one.
What you think, Nightwing?
I can agree with him as well.
Yeah,
Um, like that move, like obviously Steiner made it big, but I believe the Mexican wrestlers made it bigger over the years.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, like
yeah.
they make it look so effortless. You know, like they just do it. Boom. Sin Cara had a good one.
Sin Cara
Sin
did have a
He,
good
Cara
one.
did.
Yeah.
yeah.
If I could add, Elix Skipper. Elix Skipper
Ooh,
had
Oh, off the top of the cage.
yeah, yeah, off the top of the cage. Yeah,
Yeah.
Elix Skipper. Yeah.
ooh, I like this one. Daniel Garcia saying
Okay.
Wesley
I
has
like
a
that,
good
Daniel Garcia.
Frankensteiner.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
I like that, man.
Man, we are about ready to
Ooh.
see a big match coming up.
We got so it's Rhino and the Impact players.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
That's
believe.
Storm. Dawn Marie.
Oh, Don
Oh,
Marie.
here
uh,
comes the lovely Francine, the Queen of Extreme.
Queen of Extreme. Nicest lady.
Oh, just a sweetheart.
Oh my
I
gosh,
like
yeah.
watching her
For
podcast.
sure.
She's so nice.
Yeah,
You know,
and
I love the fact that she's so nice. Is like as nice as because like I watching the stuff that we've watched, she really played a good heel. Like
yeah.
when like she knew she was attractive, and she would always tease the crowd like, "Oh, am I gonna flash you? No, I'm not gonna do that. You guys don't deserve it." You know, like but she's just such a sweetheart when you actually meet her.
here's the thing about Francine. She is a huge wrestling nerd. She
Yeah,
absolutely
she is.
loves wrestling,
That's
watches it all the
amazing.
time. She knows stuff. She even talks about how she used to go to her friend's house before she made it anywhere to catch Raw. And I adore her. She when we met her, just I just wanted to be like Queen of Extreme and hug
I
her, but
know, right? Like,
boundaries. We can't just go around hugging people. But yeah, we're still in the works of trying to get her on. Uh,
Oh,
and
yeah, we're
Shane
definitely.
Douglas.
And might I just say this with the utmost respect? uh, Still a very attractive woman at her age. I mean, I mean that with the utmost respect. And like to me, with the looks and the personality and the nerdiness, that's a 10 out of 10 for me, man.
yeah.
Very
That's a
true.
10 out of 10, man.
And Raven,
Raven's looking rough.
that's
He looks a bit
exactly
rough
where I
there.
was going.
He was,
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry
yeah.
for cutting you up. I do
No, no,
apologise.
no, no,
Oh
no,
no, no,
don't.
you're good, dude.
Don't. You were on point. That's all that matters
He
because
looks
Raven
rough.
is looking. I've interviewed Raven. He's even rougher now, but
I
still,
know. I met him when I was a teenager in a shop in Wolverhampton. There was a rock shop where we used to all hang out. They used to sell goth stuff, and he'd
Mhm.
come into the shop, and I was like, "It's fucking Raven." Yeah.
Insane.
And,
that's like if Edgar Allan Poe walked into a goth shop at that time.
I had my picture taken with him, but I've lost the picture. And he was really sound to me. And
Yeah,
couldn't believe it. I was only a teenager, and I was like, "What the fuck's Raven doing here?" And I didn't know about wrestling shows that had loads of ex WWE stars coming over.
Yeah,
It was when I was dipping my foot into wrestling shows then. And
sure.
that's awesome. That is so awesome.
That is
Yeah,
awesome.
when I interviewed him, he kind of at the very beginning was kind of dismissive because he's heard all the questions. He's all, and then I
Yeah,
hit him
a
with
little
one
jaded.
question. Yeah. So I hit him with one question and I can hear him stop looking through his mail. And he actually apologizes to me. He goes, "Look, I'm sorry. I have all these interviews all the time, but what did you just ask me?" And then from there, dude, he just started clicking with me. And I he was the first one to actually say yes to talking to me, and through him I got
Yeah.
to talk to Buff Bagwell. I got to talk to, get linked up with Howse and then Bill Alfonso, and after that. But Raven's always like my one special interview that I cultivated on my own, got
Yeah,
him and grabbed his attention.
and
He's a smart man, isn't he,
Oh,
Raven?
he's
Very smart man.
huge IQ.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And might I say that the fact that you got him to stop thumbing through his mail, because because one of my old co-hosts from years ago, he had a not so great interaction with Raven, and I think that if you're just hitting Raven with the same, old questions, the same rigmarole, he doesn't like you said, he's heard it a million times before. But to your credit, that just speaks to the type of interviewer that you are, that you was able to get a man who's generally pretty jaded about the business to kind of perk up and be like, hold on, wait a minute, what was that question? So yeah, that's to your credit, man. That's why you're here right now doing what you're doing with us.
Well, I
What was the
try.
question you asked him?
Oh man,
Yeah, what is the
this
question?
was years ago. I will have to go back to it and I'll clip it out and I'll put
Sure,
it in
could
the
you
Yeah.
please
Discord.
do?
Yeah, but you can hear it playing on. You can hear him fumbling through his mail. It sounded like
Like,
they had that cellophane on the end and the outside of it, and like where it just says his name and it's a bill, and then it just stopped. Now, what was that again? Yeah, I even my mom was like, "Wow, you got Raven's attention." I was like, "Yeah, I did."
That's awesome.
I love that sign. Hack who? Because this is right after he came back from WCW
yeah.
when they tried their bullshit over there with him.
I liked how he got in shape, though. He took it serious. He got in
Yeah.
shape for it. I liked that. That he got on the gas, but he looked well for it. You know what I mean? He didn't look like the drunk at the bar.
Yeah,
He looked like a normal wrestler. You know how a wrestler should look. He took it
exactly.
serious, didn't he?
Yeah, he
You did.
definitely did. Because when he came back, man, he was chiseled.
Yeah, because I think
Yeah,
we just saw it like a few weeks ago, right? And we were
Yeah,
yeah,
both
yeah.
like,
When I
oh
said,
my, yeah. I was like, oh my God, he looks great. Like, yeah.
still the best thing he's ever done. Just pour beer down someone's throat.
You could never make me hate this man. Like, his aura is just like the I don't give a fuck divorced dad, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
smoking a cigarette. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yep. Still trying to hang out with the young kids in the college and whatnot, and
Dude,
he's
I,
not. He's just there to whoop some ass. He is. He's like,
yeah,
who's having a
exactly,
ass
man.
whooping today? Someone's
yeah.
Yeah,
woke him
drink
up,
beer and
disturbed him
kick
from his
ass.
nap. If someone's disturbed him from his nap, and it's time to give a beating.
Who woke up dad?
Yeah. I told you,
Dear
kids, one
God.
more time. I'm coming down there with my stick.
I love it, man.
Yeah, that's
Oh man.
fantastic. And what I really love about Sandman, and you guys were hitting on it, it's him. It's real. This is who he
Yeah,
is.
Yeah.
In interviews that he gives to people, he will be do whatever drugs he may be liking at that time. He will do them on camera as he's doing the questions, and
You
it's
don't
just
care.
mind. Yeah, he does not care. I watched one where I watched him for 5 minutes crush up a pill, getting ready to snort it while answering a question about something to do with his time in WCW.
And he's very honest too. I'll say that.
Yeah,
He's very like he'll tell you some stories, man.
yeah.
he cut the interview with Bill Alfonso because he had to go night night, and that's what Sandman said. I want to go night night.
Yep.
That
So
grown man, the hardcore icon,
he wanted to go night night. Listen, ain't nothing wrong
wanted
with
to
going
go
night night, bro. I like
night
going
night.
night night. Like Hey man, so did I ever tell you, voice? I'm not sure if I did. That when we had Sandman, that was the second time I met Sandman.
No, I didn't know.
The first time was like back in 2022, I believe. It was at Heroes and Legends in Fort Wayne, and I was with Sam and Paragon, and we were going back and forth, and we were about to record a promo for another promotion, and we'd recorded it. It went well, and then who comes out from like around this corner where the locker room was at? It was Sandman, and Sandman was like, "Hey, I really like that promo that you guys did, but I feel like if you guys would do this and do, make maybe do this a little differently, it would be better." And we was like, "Dude, you're the fucking Sandman, dude!
Yeah.
Like, you're the Sandman!" Like, so we redid the promo just like he said. It was better for it. And we were just like, man, that's cool. Like, he was just a real cool dude. So yeah, that's the
Dude,
that's the first time I met him.
I love that because at that same show that he was at where we interviewed Bill, before he went out to do his thing,
Yeah.
he's backstage talking to one of the female wrestlers and he's trying to give her advice and she just kind of brushes him off. And when she walks away, he goes, "Well, take my advice, bitch. I don't care." I
I
was like,
love that
"Oh my
man,
God, I
dude.
love you so
I
much."
love that man.
It's like, I was just trying to help her, but whatever,
Right.
fine. Go ahead, be
I
you.
was happy. Like, I was like, I just have this like at seemingly random crazy looking dude walk up to us like, "Hey, I think if you guys would have done this," and we're like, "Hold on, wait a minute, dude, you're the fucking Sandman." And we listened to him after that, but we were all just kind of like, "Dude, the Sandman just walked up to us and said he liked our promo."
Yeah.
Like,
See,
That's
even
cool. That's really cool.
hell
that
yeah.
is, even if Vince Russo, if I was doing something backstage, cutting something, even if he walked by and was like, "Hey, maybe you should do," I'm going to listen to him
Yep.
because he's done it. He's been
Hey,
there.
you get
Why
it, boys.
wouldn't you? That
Like,
just
and
drives me
I,
nuts.
I think it's
I'll always carry that with
disrespectful
me.
when you hear stories of people brushing off older generations. They're the ones who paved the way for you to do what you're doing now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I was brought up into the business by some very very smart people who really looked out for me. And one thing that I always learned from guys like Sam Knight from Elijah Burke is when you're in the locker room, especially when you're around vets, mouth shut, ears open.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
I'm
You have
so
to
glad I
listen.
learned from smart people in the business.
Sandman had to give his cane to the ref, and the ref tried to jerk it out of his hand, and he held on to it. What an asshole!
He's a dick. I love him, man.
Yeah, I absolutely love Sandman.
You
Ah,
don't care that, right?
Salvador.
Love them.
Where are you from, Salvador? I like your comments, man. We
oh,
haven't asked you where are you from, man.
that's fantastic. Not a low key fan.
Don't like Caval, man. You don't like you some Caval.
I
I
heard that
actually
dude was pretty wild too.
he's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
I didn't work this show. It was the MLW show that I went to in Chicago, where I watched Jacob Fatu win the MLW World Heavyweight Championship, and they did a thing where Low Key was coming out. I forgot who he was wrestling. I'd have to go back and look it up. But he just came out and did his like spinning heel kick, whatever he did to whoever it was, pinned him, and just left. That's it. That was
what a
literally the match. He came out, kicked him, left.
Balls Mahoney was Santa Claus in WWF.
Wait, what? Really?
Mm, that's interesting. I did not know that. Salvatore saying, "Bro, nobody in the locker room is a low key fan. Don't kayfabe." Okay. All right, all right.
I love this guy, man. I love
Yeah,
it.
I love that. That's great. This match is great too. We got Tommy Dreamer now grabbing a little just incredible and just dropping him with that hanging neck breaker from
Yeah.
the top rope.
Oh, just
Do you-
incredible on the run.
they got they definitely Sandman. Nobody wants him but Rhino. Rhino was the only one who wanted to fight Sandman. Everybody else keeps running from this nut job. Well, that they're getting ready to set up for Don Marie and
Francine.
Francine
Francine.
to
Yeah.
to do their cat fight.
Cat fight.
Cat fight.
We got to get that drop, man. We're gonna have to get a
Oh.
drop like that.
I will get it.
Until then, we'll
Don't
get
you
this
worry.
one.
Oh my God. Joey Styles. We're still trying to get you, Joey.
Oh man, I'd love to have
Oh,
Joey
that'd be brilliant.
eat that guy's brain.
I remember discovering MLW, and it just reminded me of ECW, the original MLW when he was the
Yeah,
commentator.
yeah. Oh yes, I
And
remember.
because Joey Styles was the commentator for a few years, like for a while, wasn't he? And I just remember watching it. I was like, "Is this ECW?" And
Man, so you watch a lot of, or have watched at some point, a lot of indie wrestling then.
yeah, I
That's
watch.
awesome.
I watch, like, obviously I watch WWE.
Yeah,
I don't watch as much AEW, but I did watch some of All In before I went to work the other night.
sure. Yeah.
Um, I watch indie wrestling, Japanese wrestling. I like my pro wrestling now. I like my New Japan, but New Japan's fallen off. I'm getting into my Mexican wrestling at the moment, AAA,
Ooh, okay, I
CML,
like it.
MLL, and that. But yeah, I'll just go through my stages where I'll watch. Something will catch my eye, and I'll watch it.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. That's how I started to watch. I got real deep into Ring of Honor for a while there.
Yeah,
Mainly, if you remember the time where Jay Lethal was holding both the television and the world
yeah.
championship, and he was had the House of Truth stable and everything like that. I think Dijak dominated. Not former In Your House guest Dijak was in that stable, and then Truth Martini was the manager of it. We were real. I was going to Ring of Honor shows, man, back then. It was such a great time.
I met Jay Lethal when I was younger as well. He'd come to a show in Wolverhampton. Like,
Yeah.
where I'm from, if you know the wrestler Trent Seven, have you heard of him? He used to be in NXT UK.
Yes. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, he's from Wolverhampton, and he had his own company called Fight Club Pro. This was years ago. It got closed down due to speaking out movement, which wasn't. He killed it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I remember that.
where we used to have a load of shows. I saw Will Ospreay versus Tyler Bate there, and it was a
Oh, damn.
brilliant match.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Will Ospreay, Tyler Bate. It was. I've seen Walter there, Carl Fletcher, Mark Davis. They were there because they used Carl Fletcher, Mark Davis used to live around the corner from where I am currently am.
Oh wow.
They used to have this house, and I used to see them every morning. See them? They'd walk past my house.
You should have went out and hit him with a chair one day. just start a wrestling match with them.
They'd probably just kick my head in,
I mean, that would probably happen, but you'd have the story.
But like the evening before the show, they'd have a Friday show. On a Thursday, there's a nightclub in Wolverhampton, and I used to go out drinking with my mates, and then you'd see the wrestlers they're all having a drink in there, and you'd know who'd be at that show the next day.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I'm like, "What are you doing in Wolverhampton?" They're like, "Oh, just on vacation." Oh, Fight Club Pro tomorrow then, yeah. But
that's fantastic.
That's how I got into my indie wrestling, was Fight Club Pro, and I have a story about JD McDonough where it was a wrestling show in Wolverhampton. After the thing, we was in the pub, and I was talking to him on the balcony this week, I was having a cigarette, and he started throwing up. So I watched his back, and this bouncer come up the stairs. He's like, "Who's just been sick down here?" I says, "That guy just gone down the stairs there. He's been sick. He's run off like." And so we went chasing after this random guy, thinking he threw up in the thing when it was Jordan Devlin, JD McDonough throwing up.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You saved me, bro. You saved me." And he was really nice. I got absolutely drunk with him, and
That's
best
awesome.
night
That
ever.
is amazing.
That is amazing.
That is so cool.
Another thing that's amazing is that Raven is not only fighting the other team, but he is fighting Tommy Dreamer in the middle of this match. Before he got tagged in, he punched Tommy Dreamer off the apron, and then he gave Tommy Dreamer the top or the toe hold onto the chair. Match is insane, and now we have a cat fight.
Can you
Cat
imagine? Can you imagine you're sitting over there watching November to Remember 1999? You see this cat fight going on, and then your mom walks in the room.
I can imagine because it does happen. And she would be like, "What is going on?" I'd be like, "Well, they hate each other.
They're cat fighting, mom. Like,
They
come
have to
on.
fight. They hate each other. This is what happens." Oh, Sandman.
Damn, man. With the cheeky kiss.
He's getting the love.
Why he
Don
just-
Reed.
Ooh.
Oh, here
That's
we
it.
go.
That's it.
Oh,
Oh.
well,
That's unincredible. Oh, wow.
you could have stopped that. You
He
had a
could've.
chance. I know you hit him, but you had a chance to stop that.
Stopped it, bro. That's what I'm saying.
What is
Like,
going
Raven,
on?
what are you doing, bro?
You forgot what team he was on?
Yeah, that's a good possibility. And plus, he teamed up with two of his biggest rivals of ECW, which never made sense to me, but I loved it. Ripshot's chiming in here. WCPW was the best thing going for a short time, elevated so many British indie wrestlers.
That's What Culture Pro Wrestling, that is. They used to have their own wrestling show, and it was
I didn't know
really good. But you can still find it on YouTube. What Culture Pro Wrestling? Cody Rhodes was at it and everything before he went to, like before AEW was a thing. When Cody was doing his indie, going around everywhere. Kurt Angle was also there as well. He wrestled there. It was.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Was it tame enough for him?
I believe so. We come back a few times.
So they didn't do anything to piss him off.
Yeah, no crucifixions,
That'll never get out. And for the fact that those guys went backstage thinking they just did one of the most amazing things, it's even more.
Where's the new guy? Where's the new guy? And he's gone. He's already gone. Like, all's there fuming. Like,
I want to get his thoughts on what we just did.
No chance, brother. Not a chance. That doesn't work for me, brother.
Fantastic.
Oh man. Oh, what an event. What an event. ECW 1999 November to Remember. It's come to an end. What an event that it was. What a two-part event that we were able to put together here for the household and check out. A lot of great action in the chat there from a lot of our like now regular chatters. This channel is definitely growing. We appreciate all y'all. We're going to call this a really great episode. Speaking of people I appreciate, I got to let my man Nightwing know we appreciate you for giving your time. I know you got a lot of stuff going on. You're busy, man, but you took your time to come and watch this with us, man. I appreciate you. If there's anything you want to plug or any final thoughts, anything like that, I want to go ahead and give you the floor right now, man.
No, thank you for letting me come on. I've really enjoyed it. It's been great. I love my ECW. And I haven't watched this pay-per-view in a while. It's been a few years. So it's been a good catch-up. I just wonder what you guys would do after you've watched all through the ECW. Would you go to another kind of, watch along with other stuff like?
We've talked about that. It's a
have
possibility.
talked about that. Yes, we have talked about that. There's been talks of possibly a Nitro watch along, even possibly a Thunder.
Yep.
But we might have some indie places that we might watch too. Some
Hey, I
Would you ever watch the FMW ECW crossovers? Because there is, I know there is one I watched before, um, where
F-
you had
okay.
ECW wrestlers in Japan um,
Ooh.
wrestling,
yeah, we would definitely be interested in
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. That sounds fun.
or like, or like the Terry Funk Cactus Jack death match, the Japanese one, with the exploding ring and that.
Ah, the four matches.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay. I think I know what
Yeah.
I want to watch next. Let's listen. We're gonna conclude this one. Nightwing, you were a great guest. We really appreciate you, man. Let's not make this the last time you come on and do this, because you were great. You were fun to watch
Yes.
along with. I like the idea of watching some different stuff. Most definitely, I like what Daniel Garcia is doing. A ring of or is saying a Ring of Honor watch along is something we could do at sometime in the future. But yeah, man, I just want to take this time. Our friend, our brother over there in the UK, our man Nightwing, thank you so much for coming on, man. We
no problem.
appreciate you, dude. It was a great time.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. It was really, I don't mind. This was worth it. Like, worth being tired, going to work in 2 hours for. So,
Yeah.
anytime.
No, we thank you, man. This is one of the big things I love, especially when we do the ECW watch along. Don't get me wrong, I love our other shows. Our other shows are amazing. We have a great. I like the creators we have on this channel, so great and diligent, and give this channel their time, and it's truly appreciated. But when we do stuff like this, like I really felt those vibes that we were just sitting around having a beer, talking some wrestling, and that is what I always want for this specific corner of our channel, is for this to be like just the bros watching wrestling and talking wrestling. And yeah, it is really great. And listen, speaking of the bros, I got to throw it over to my birthday bro over there. He is the educator of Extreme, the voice, Josh Joseph. I want to give you the floor and let them know where they can catch everything that you're doing.
All right, fans. So, right here, this is what we do every Thursday night. It's an ECW watch along. You can catch me, you can catch House, and we might even have Nightwing back sooner than later. You know what? Because he really enjoyed ECW and we can really feel the love. That's what
Yes.
we love about here, and that's what we love about all of you in the chat. Thank you so much for joining us every Thursday. Outside of that, I do a thing every once in a while on a Saturday night. It's called Conspiracies at Sea. You can come
Yeah.
join me and Viking Storm. We're going to be talking not just American presidents' assassinations, but leader assassinations this Saturday. So get
Ooh.
ready, because my subject's Saddam Hussein. So come play in that
Oh
world.
my
It's
god.
going to be
Oh my
fun.
god.
Outside of that, we have a Monday show. It's called the Monday Night Raw Review Preview Show, and that's me, the blue-eyed villain, Grunmeister, and Kevin Calloway. He is our Chaos Goblin, and we talk Monday Night Raw. We talk 3 subjects, and we invite you to come in and talk along with us. That's every Monday at 7 p.m. And
And
we'll
this
help
this
out.
past Monday, I'm sorry, this past Monday was particularly good, so you guys need to check that
Oh,
out.
yeah, go rewatch that. That you get Kevin Calloway's insight on all of what happened over the weekend with wrestling. Great insights, great, and he called pretty much everything that happened in Raw.
He sure
So,
did.
yeah, come join us on Mondays. House, I'm going to let you hype up the Sunday house party because I know you like to.
Oh yes, man. Sunday. When it comes, I call it a fun day, and it really is, because we talk about everything that goes down in the week of wrestling. We get our buddies here, and usually it's Grunmeister, usually it's The Voice, but anybody in IYH is usually invited to come on and talk the week of wrestling. Sundays are fun. Our chats are really filled up on those Sundays. It really is neck and neck between like the ECW chats and the Sunday chats as far as like the traction that we get, because it's like a lot of these Thursdays we've been getting intense interactions in the chat, and then Sunday, because of the timing and everybody's just kind of coming off and they're ready to talk wrestling, especially after PLE, those chats get really heavy and intense. So yeah, the Sunday house party, great time. Then on Wednesdays I get with my friend Divinely Designed Danny O'Neill. We talk Monday Night Raw. That's the Raw deal with House and O'Neill. We just had a great episode this past Wednesday, and we talked a whole lot of evolution. It was a fun episode, and guys, right here, the ECW Watch Along. Come on, we have great watch alongs. I thoroughly love what we do here on Thursdays. We get a chance to get our bros from overseas like Nightwing to come on and watch with us. We're growing this, guys. This is growing. Like, this is what we intend to do, is grow community of people that come together, talk wrestling, maybe take your mind off of the hustle and bustle and whatnot. This is what we do here, and this is what we're building. Join our Discord if you want to talk to us, if you want to talk to me, if you want to talk to Voice. Hell, if you want to talk to our buddy Nightwing over here, you got to get in the Discord, because if not, the only place you're going to be able to really talk to us and reach us is when we go live. So maybe you want to talk some wrestling, maybe something happened and it's at a time where we're not going live. You got to get in that Discord, guys. If you want to get some of our thoughts, some of our opinions on things that happen when we're not live, get in that Discord. We're over 20 now. Next stop 50. Check it out. As far as what else I'm doing, this coming Saturday, I'm going to be managing my man, the right hand of God, Sam Knight, in his last appearance in Shelbyville, Indiana. New era pro wrestling right here in Indiana. And I'm going to be managing my man for one of the final times as he caps off this coming November 20 years. He's on his final year right now, and I'm so happy that Saturday I get to manage him for one of the final times. So that is going to be great. Guys, you guys know what we're doing here. We're putting in the work. We're doing everything that we need to do to build community, spread the good word of wrestling, and man, just put out some great content, because I'm confident in what this team does because they put in that work. And that's HOWSE, and the W stands for work. So for our great, amazing guest, Nightwing, for my man, the birthday bro himself, the Voice, Josh Joseph, my name is Alakon, the Concept House, and I'm here to tell you to tell a friend, to tell a friend, to tell a friend to hop on this bandwagon. Get on or get gone, because the household is still going mighty strong. You guys have a great day and a great rest of your week. Peace.
Blow the whistle. ECW, time to begin. We bring the fire, let's draw you in. We are back and ready to strike. This is our moment, our time to shine. In the crowd voice, you hear them shout.